game is actually GuemChi against HiyA. We're here on Fighting Spirit, let's get into it. Alright, game is started. Spawning here, top left as the red Protoss. With the 1 game win advantage for the Protoss team, it is GuemChi, Kim Sing-hyun. And spawning here at the bottom right of the map, Fighting Spirit. Let's see if we can get the win for the Terran team. It's HiyA. Cross spawns. So we're probably going to see both players take really quick third bases. The question is whether HiyA will go for a timing or whether he'll try and play the long shot in that game. HiyA has been known in the past, especially during his pro career, to go for timing attacks, so maybe we won't even get to that the third base from him. We might see him just go for 2-base timing. He popularized this 4-fact 2-base timing build that was quite the flavor of the month during the KCM era. I'm not sure if he still does that build though, but we'll just have to wait and see. I'm going to edit this cam as well. Nope. Okay. Yep, so looks like HiyA's gonna go for an 11 racks. Okay, no, he's gonna go for a racks expand here. Actually, no. Well, we'll see what his timing on his gas is. Generally, as a Terran against Protoss, you either go for an 11-11 or a 12-12. If you go for an 11-11, it means that you get your supply depot earlier, but your factory's later. And if you go for a 12-12, it's the other way around. Your factory's quicker, but your supply depot is later. Your second supply depot, rather, is later. But the positioning of the barracks there means that he wants to place his second supply depot at the ramp. A lot of Terrans have been doing this lately, where not only you can SimCity your Marines through the supply depot to defend from Zealot harass, if you see any sort of weird cheese come by, then you can easily just wall it in with another supply depot. So we'll see the factory come out up here. Yep. So it looks like it doesn't want to take another supply depot there. Looks like he just wants to wall it off in the middle. Sometimes you can either go for a factory wall off or go for a supply depot wall off. Looks like in this case, considering where he spawned, I think it's only the bottom right you can actually go for this wall off. See actually a quick robotics facility here from GuemChi. Generally you see a lot of pro sources these days go for the 1 gate followed by a Nexus, but it looks like judging from that early robo, he might be going for quick quick reavers, and especially seeing here he's actually skipped the range. I don't know why it took me so long to figure out the term. The range of the Dragoons. It means that he definitely wants to get those reavers out really early. And we'll see whether HiyA sniffs this out. He's going to get this SUV in, but it's probably not going to get in unless GuemChi screws up here majorly. He's going to see that there's no Nexus though, so that kind of rings alarm bells in his head. Because definitely around this time you should expect a Nexus to come down. And the correct reaction for this would be to get really quick spider mines, followed by siege, and also an engineering bay. Sometimes players get a quick starport or armory for the anti-air for the shuttle, but it could also be DTs here, so the best choice is to go for the E-bay for the turrets for detection. In theory, the detection. Actually, he's going to go for siege here, so we'll see how this. Oops. Oh, I didn't want to do that. So we'll see how this Reaver opening goes. As you see, the engineering bay as I expected, and actually, this gun's going to catch out this vulture, which is a really nice catch. It's going to stop that vulture from planting in mines. I should check on my tea. Give me a second. Sorry about that. I didn't want my tea to stand in my seep in the water for too long, or else it will get really bitter and unpleasant to drink. Anyway, we see here the first shuttle does come out with that Reaver for GuemChi. Let's see how much damage you can do right now, but HiyA has a couple of nicely placed turrets in his main, so any harassment in the mineral line should be shut down. Here comes the shuttle though. It might be able to drop there behind the mineral line though, but HiyA is actually quite... Oh, nice hit there, 3 SVs. Oh, he's actually maynarding SVs away. Okay, he's gonna drop here at the mineral line as well, and that turret's actually not in range. Okay. I guess he just didn't find a happy angle there. Zealot gets dropped, takes a siege hit. Oh, he's actually gonna get this siege tank. Really nice move there from GuemChi. He's just gonna pick up. At this point, I think he's done some nice damage, and there's no real need for him to get overly greedy. He's still got his Zealots, he's still got his Shuttle, still got his Reaver. It looks like he's gonna go for this one. Let's see how the Scout goes. Oh, nice hit there. Couple of FTVs. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. It was really close there. That could have been game changer if we got that. But the splash damage on the SUVs. Zealots get killed. Oh, actually, he gets an unfortunate... Oh, okay. Unfortunate hit there on the Reaver, and I think he has to move back. But nice harass there. And also, you have to see there, HiyA is supply blocked because he got so flustered from that attack. But unfortunately for GuemChi, GuemChi did go for a third expansion behind this rather than adding gateways. So if HiyA scouts this, he might be able to kill GuemChi off with some sort of timing push. But at the moment, it seems like GuemChi's just HiyA's just trying to rebuild right now. As we see here, the engineering bay is floated to help provide vision. I'm pretty sure that's also there to scout the shuttle in case it goes via the south side. But it looks like GuemChi is just gonna keep that shuttle floating around for quite a bit. Nicely placed observer there from GuemChi. He's going to be able to see HiyA only work off 2 factories. Also, HiyA actually placing that third command center by the turret, which means that if it's not really where you expect it for him to place his third command center. Oh, I have to turn off the hot water, sorry. Sorry about that. I didn't want to leave the hot water on. It costs money here in Korea. So there's no timing attack that's going to come out for HiyA. He's only just started his +1 weapons, and to maximize the effect of your timing attacks, you should be getting that +1 quite quickly. As Templar Archives and Stargate, we're going to see Arbiters from GuemChi, and he's got his third base quite up and running at the moment. And we'll see when GuemChi decides to take his 4th base, and whether it takes it at the 9 o'clock position or the extra main. Okay, good hitting here for GuemChi. He's actually scouted the expansion coming down here at the 6 o'clock position. Let's see if GuemChi decides to bust this. Where did that Reaver go? Did that Reaver die earlier? I'm not too sure. Anyway, we'll see how GuemChi reacts to this, whether he Oh, Spider-Man, whether he will just power off these 3 bases or he'll take expansion. Oh, 4 Zealots here in this shuttle along with these Dragoons. Might be going for a Bulldog here. The Bulldog build named after the Korean player known as Bulldog, who would always do this build. And he actually breaks through and he gets these siege tanks. And there was a lot of siege tanks there at the 3rd base that have to come back and help defend this. But GuemChi breaking through here. He's got a nice rally going. There's actually a lot of units helping defend this, so... Oh, you shouldn't be doing that, HiyA. Like, I don't know why he glitched his own tanks through those SCVs, but... Oh, man. At the moment, though, I'm not sure why he's trying to fight GuemChi at the... Yeah, this is what he should be doing. He should be trying to siege his tanks on the higher ground and stop GuemChi from fighting. As you can see here, high ground advantage is pretty good. But I think HiyA should be aware of the fact that there's an observer there. Oh, it doesn't actually repair that tank, so that's quite sloppy. And even though GuemChi lost a lot of his army there, so did HiyA. And in TVP, if you kill a lot of those siege tanks, it means that you can delay your opponent's push quite significantly, especially on when it turns on 3 base. It means that they just have to start from page 1 in terms of their tank production. And so we only see a few tanks here from HiyA. Remember, he did have to take a couple of tanks from that 3rd base to help defend from that Bulldog attack from GuemChi, so... Oh, see here, these drones, vultures just zipping through around the map. If HiyA is to get back into this game, then obviously any vulture harass that he can do, get some probe damage, get some mines down on the map is a good victory for him. Actually, we see here GuemChi going for another attack here at the 3rd base. Oh, he actually breaks through the supply depot. Nice shuttle drop here onto the tanks, and oh, HiyA has to move his army that was defending that bridge back into the 3rd base. Oh, nice. A lot of SVs have been killed here for GuemChi. And I'm not sure where that Arbiter is from him. These Dragoons should be moving back here. It's not a good idea to be okay, here's the Arbiter from GuemChi. So at the moment, map control is in complete favor of GuemChi, and he's also managed to take this 4th base at the 9 o'clock position. And as I thought, he might have taken another main, but looks like he's just planning on working on using the space he has in this main base. Also getting the speed upgrade on those observers, that's very useful. Ooh, these vultures. Nice scan there actually from HiyA, knowing that these vultures will die, using that scan to not only give him vision of the probes on the upper ground, but also to allow vision seeing that Arbiter come by. As we see here, adding that 3rd machine shop, rule of thumb in this matchup is to for every base that you have, or for every gas that you have a 1 machine shop going. So if you're on 3 base, you have 3 machine shops. If you have 5 bases, you get 5 machine shops, and etc, etc. And looks like GuemChi might be going for another timing here. Where's the stasis field though? Oh, that's a very bad stasis there, but will it be enough for him to break through this army? That supply depot doing a nice job of defending for HiyA, and I think there's too much damage there from those siege tanks, and GuemChi has to move back. And now HiyA, seeing the fact that GuemChi wasted a lot of his units into that attack at the bridge, is actually going to use these vultures to do some counter-attack harassment, and we'll see how much damage these do. Oh, we see these probes here getting chewed up by these vultures, as I thought. And even though HiyA's vultures did die at that expansion, oh. We also have to remember though that as much as GuemChi is throwing units at HiyA, the upgrades of HiyA are just gonna keep going and going. So the more this game drags on, HiyA has a better chance of winning this game, especially taking that, securing that third base. It's really good for him. See here, HiyA doing a really nice job with these vultures, preventing GuemChi from trying to take a fifth base here. The most important part is taking that fifth base, because there's a rule of thumb in this matchup as a Protoss. You want to be an expansion ahead of your opponent. So in this case, obviously, he's on 4 bases right now, GuemChi that is, but once he gets maxed, at the moment it's not maxed at all, but once he maxes his supply, then he should be thinking of taking that 5th base, because there's not really much he can do in terms of spending those resources. As we see here, Nabe positioning to go for a recall. I'm not really sure how the turret ring... Okay, there's a couple of turrets here, but there's a vessel here as well, so we'll see if it gets an EMP off. We'll see an EMP. Oh, actually it survives. Oh, barely survives, and it gets a recall off. But there's another science vessel here to do a recall. These zealots hitting these tanks, and it's going to be really hard for HiyA to get his units up, but yeah, he has to siege up here. But the thing is, there's not enough units here for GuemChi to do a lot of damage. He wants to take out those armories that are upgrading, but this is not really enough units, and HiyA is actually going to defend this really nice. And I think, seeing the fact that GuemChi did recall a couple of arbiters as well as the ground units of him, he might be going for a timing once this +2/+1 hits. Okay, the +2/+1 did hit, but he's doing a nice job here denying the 5th base as well. So at this time, I think we see the supplies. HiyA's actually ahead of supply, so I think the best course of action for him would be to go for an attack right now. Nice play here from GuemChi, keeping the High Templars in his shuttle. Allows for him to not get those Templars EMP'd by any science vessels. The problem is though that it's really hard to cast storms once they get dropped off the shuttle. And it looks like HiyA is actually posturing to go for a push here, so as I predicted, he's just moving out, taking back the map away from the Protoss, because the Protoss is trying to take that 5th base right now, and he hasn't added any more additional gateways, so any Protoss, this is the best time for HiyA to take the fight. EMP on the Dragoons. I'm not really sure if that was the best idea. Should have saved it for the Arbiter. Is this really all the units that HiyA has? No, okay, I was definitely wrong there. But it looks like the +3/+2 is actually going to hit soon. But it looks like HiyA wants to take this fight here, and GuemChi has no units. He's only got these Dragoons, he's only got the Arbiter. Nice EMP on the Arbiters, and it means no stasis field. It's all going to be down to these High Templars. But is it possible that GuemChi doesn't have any storm? He hasn't got storm tech? there has to be a reason why GuemChi's trying to delay as much as possible. Okay, HiyA actually on sieges here. Here's the storm. This first storm. Second storm. Oh, nice. Just a science vessel. Oh, Templars. Storm's his own observer actually. But HiyA's actually being very peculiar about this push. Doesn't want to lose the majority of his tanks here. And slowly but surely HiyA's just leapfrogging his way to win this game. You see here the supply account. HiyA is ahead on supply. And GuemChi's expansion is nearly mined out. HiyA's positioning, take a fourth. And this is a really hard spot for for GuemChi to break through. Basically containing GuemChi away from his fifth base. So HiyA rather can just send a small amount of units to that fifth base of GuemChi, and GuemChi can't really do anything about it. That being said, he is building a few gateways there at the main, but I don't think it's really enough. Oh, nice move here from HiyA, sieging up here at the fourth base as well, and looks like GuemChi is trying to reposition his army to try and do some sort of flank, but HiyA's spread out quite well, so it's going to be really hard for him to break through. He's going to stop this fourth base route, which is nice, but I think in this case HiyA can just expand to that the fifth base that GuemChi has already at the bottom left. He's already got his army positioned quite well. Really nice EMPs there from HiyA as well, stopping any chance that GuemChi can use of either stasis field or recalls. Okay, GuemChi's trying to take another base at the top right, but these vultures are definitely going to shut it down, especially since those cannons aren't up. Nice storms here on the siege tanks. It's going to clean up those siege tanks, but he lost that fourth base already, so if he managed to break through that before he lost that Nexus, then it would be nice. And look at the supply count of both players. HiyA is at 180, but he's nearly at 3-3, so 3-3, 200 ball or Terran mech units is pretty hard to break through, especially when you don't really have enough gateways to reinforce it. But GuemChi's doing a really nice job staying in this game. Another Nexus is gone for GuemChi, which is quite unfortunate. Look at how low GuemChi's resources are. He's only down to 200 minerals. At this point of the game, when you're fighting against a 3-3 Terran or a maxed out Terran with good upgrades, you definitely need to be on more than 4 bases, and you definitely need to either be going for carrier tech or going for mass gateways. And at this point, GuemChi has neither of that, and this might be the final battle. GuemChi's doing a nice job staying in this. I'm not sure why he's not sniping off the High Templar though. I mean, okay. Oh, High Templar, where's the storm? Storm. There's no storm. Stasis is nice there from GuemChi, but there's just not enough unity for GuemChi to win this. And see more units of HiyA just bumbling into the army of GuemChi. At this point, honestly, GuemChi can just HiyA can just aim move and win the game. And yeah, 80 supply for GuemChi, 100 and something. GG. So we're actually quite even right now. We've got one player from